Cheers everyone, cheers to 2021 and to the first episode of LH Crypto Weekly Analytics. So briefly, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies records and where will they go on, briefly on the current political events and how they eventually influence the economics, briefly on how the Brexit deal is done, how the oil is doing, and finally new records of market, what events to pay attention to the next week. First and foremost, let's go. So it finally happened, 42,000. Just like it happened in 2017, cryptocurrencies market made a huge Christmas and New Year present to all crypto holders. Well, just like we predicted, actually, as soon as Bitcoin crossed the 20,000, there was nothing that could stop it from moving up and up and up. Surprisingly, its first sharp drop happened exactly on 40,000, which is exactly 2 times higher than its all-time historical record of 2017-2018. Well, the magic or not, but it happened, and well, after just a 2,000 up more, it fell whole 20% down to 31. Currently, there is no reason to point out the current price because, well, it's always moving up or down. We just ask you to be really cold-minded and really careful on your wallet and all your savings. But there is only one recommendation that I would like to offer. Look for Ethereum as well. Remember how we were surprised to tell that it reached 300 or 200 and so on and so forth, and actually just 4 days ago its price rose to 1,350. Wow! Yeah, the falling drop by 32% to 900 was none less painful as it was glorifying just 2 days ago, but still, this means that Ethereum has potential too. So if you're thinking of alternatives, or well, just don't have enough funds to buy one single Bitcoin, think of Ethereum as well. And again, take care. This is a very unpredictable market. Bright news were coming not only from crypto front, but from all the other battlegrounds which were firing and boiling throughout the whole 2020 and even earlier. Finally, after the whole 5 years of disputes, discussions and scandals, Britain and European Union finally agreed on Britain exit from European Union, est on Brexit. What was it all about? You can't believe it. That was really in a Christian manner about fish. Well, no surprise, being a marine superpower in the past, Britain couldn't let its new neighbor fishing in their border waters. Well, this was all about the agreement on the quotas for fishing. Whatever it is, they say that Boris Johnson failed to stand for interests of his country. The agreement still allows trading of European Union with UK with lower tariffs and without any quotas, which means pouring billions of euros into the economy of continental Europe. A buzzword of the year, OPEC plus, let's say this one word, saw a success in their dwellings too. Beginning on the 5th of January, another meeting of OPEC Plus representatives seemed to fail. The current meeting, since Russia and Saudi Arabia, for the first time in several months, disagreed on the perspectives of further oil production cuts. Well, were the contradictions real or not? But just after a few hours, sides finally took a common ground and agreed to prolong current cuts not till the end of January, but till the end of February, and then further decide on whether to continue them or not. Adding to the positive news, Saudi Arabia announced another extra 1 million barrels per day cut. And after dropping by $2.5 USD on the disagreement news, it steadily went from 51 USD to 56, 57 zone. The market continued continues to beat records, with Dow Jones over 31,000, Standard & Poor's over 3,800 and Nasdaq over 13,200. Well, the reasons seem to be simple. The President-elect Joe Biden promised a multi-trillion stimulus package, having the whole Senate and the whole Congress, after just past elections, under the control of his party, makes investors totally sure that another pouring of money is finally going to happen, so they're already preparing for the new historic economic records. And not only that, Donald Trump seems to finally accept his failure on these elections and finally to quit power without getting it too far. Although this wasn't without troubles, and unfortunately, after the, first peaceful demonstrations of Mr. Trump supporters at the Capitol, disorders broke out, with Capitol being captivated by the crowd, with a lot of silly photos and silly pics taken by silly people, and unfortunately 5 were shot dead, which is, a really sorry fact. We are sure Mr. Trump never thought all this to end in such a bad way, but whatever it is, the reaction was massive. All the possible social networks where Mr. Trump was registered shut his account totally, but only the Twitter story makes the most interest for us, being totally not the first social network which shot Mr. Trump and his voice, but definitely his most popular channel of transferring his power. Some even said that through Twitters and tweets Trump rules the world, and sometimes markets followed more Mr. Trump's tweets and not the statistics of the Wall Street. So, being not the first to shut Mr. Trump's account, Twitter announced it to its bad luck. Just after the news that they permanently suspend Trump's account, Twitter's stocks tumbled for more than the whole 12%. Now it's time to follow for Twitter. Its bad times will finally be over, and that's gonna be the time to purchase Twitter stocks as a good option for midterm investments. January 18th, Monday, we'll see the GDP year over year in a fourth quarter in industrial production in China, expected to grow. January the 20th, which is going to be Wednesday, CPI year over year in UK and European Union expected to grow as well. January 21st, Thursday, European Central Bank will announce its decision on interest rate change. Friday, January 22nd, we'll see the German manufacturing PMI in the United States, existing home sales in December. So that's all for today. Well, have the best of your weekend and see you in 2 weeks, and may the profit be with you. Take care, stay well. Bye.